Hey everybody, it's Scotty from Scotty's Record Shop with the second two videos for May. This one we'll call the official May vinyl finds, even though the majority of the records were found in my cheap records video that you probably hopefully already watched or will watch. These were more than a buck, but not necessarily much more than a buck in some cases, most cases. I don't like spending a lot of money on records. So this first group of three, some of you find them in your dollar section, but the reason that I paid $2 each for them was because they were in such beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shape. And I just had never seen them at the Record Connection in the dollar section in really, really pristine shape. And so this guy named Gino Vannelli, who kind of more remembered for his soft rock, kind of pop rock that he did. But his music overall is very good, well produced, well played. An album that he put out in 1974. This is a great record, and it's in excellent, excellent, excellent shape. It's had a song on it that did get some airplay. People Get Ready, not People Get Ready. Shoot, I can't find it. I don't have my reading glasses on. People Gotta Move, I believe was the name of the song. Anyway, 1974, Gino Vannelli. Not his first record, but really the first one that kind of came to American consciousness. I think he's from Canada. This one from '78 really did get some more attention here in America. And again, it's got some pop rock on it, but it's just a really good record overall, in my opinion. And then an album that he put out in 1981. I just saw these and it was like, okay, I wanted to get them. This next one, like $3, but in really, 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 really great shape. Triple album too. Jan Russell Live. Cover would grade probably, depends on how persnickety you are. Some people would call it very good plus. Some people who are very persnickety would call it very good. But it's still in good shape. The seams and everything are in good shape. Records are in excellent shape. So, very happy with that. I'm going to be making a Queen video pretty soon. Hopefully, maybe even, I don't want to say before the end of the month because the month's almost over, but within the next couple of weeks I'd like to make a Queen discography of the stuff that I have by Queen. This was the last one I needed to find, and I caved in and I got the reissue of it because I just couldn't find it at the Record Connection. I couldn't find it online. The original pressing, American pressing, I couldn't find it cheap. So this was fairly cheap. It's the reissue on Hollywood, but it sounds great. Innuendo. Queen. This one I paid a couple bucks for. It was in, I don't want to say rough shape, but I want to get a better, yeah, I'd say rough shape. I want to get a better pressing of this, but this is a killer record. I know I'm surprising myself by saying the Jackson, I like the Jackson 5 anyway, but this really, 1974, this album just really, and it has my favorite song on it, I Am Love, Part 1 and 2. Imagine the Jackson 5 doing something a cross between soul and funk and fusion. And that was what that song was. Just a good record all the way around. I got to get a better copy of it though, a little bit of a better copy. In the soul vein, I really like this guy, Bobby Womack. An early '80s comp that I was torn between this one and a comp that came out in 75-ish, 74, but I picked this one because it had a few extra songs on it that weren't on the first comp that I really wanted. Doesn't have my favorite song by him. He does a version of California Dreamin' that came out in '69, '68 from his first record. That is just amazing, and I'll find it someday. That album, his first album, is going for a lot of money, so I'm just not willing. Someday it'll come. This next was a couple of records were inspired because the lead singer passed away 3 weeks ago, and I had a bunch of their singles, stuff like that. Some stuff on some CD compilations that I use on the radio whenever I'm playing their music. For the most part, I didn't have any albums, actual vinyl. 33 1/3 by them. So Hot Chocolate. This is a compilation that came out in '77, so it covers up to that point. A couple bucks in excellent shape. And this one, which is the album that actually came out after this compilation. It came out in '79, and it was still had some pretty good success here in America. And not a bad album either, you know. I like Hot Chocolate. Okay, this one I was disappointed in. Not the music, certainly not the person. The pressing, I just was not happy with this pressing. And it looks great, it just doesn't play great. Johnny Taylor. This is a collection, a double album of his stuff from Stax Vault stuff that he did, but it's a later '70s pressing, and normally I don't have a problem with stuff like that, but like I said, it just doesn't play well. I don't know if it's the way it was pressed, I don't know if it's just his copy. It looks fine, I don't know. Great album, song selection wise, but okay, gonna go from soul music to some how do I describe this? Bizarre. So the only way to describe this next group, beautifully bizarre. The Fugs. I had this album, I lost it in an issue in a molding incident that happened in a storage place where my stuff was stored, and I lost several hundred albums, and this was one of them. And I was like, well, you know, people are selling it for like 20 bucks, you know, online, and it's a great album, but it just, again, it was one of those, I just don't want to pay 20 bucks for this. Waited and waited and waited, and found I'd call this, at the very least, a very good plus. Some people might even go as far as mint. For $5. Great album. People always praise the Velvet Underground. I know I kind of crap on the Velvet Underground, but as being innovative and out there and stuff, you need to listen to this record. It came out before the Velvet Underground, by the way. Just in that same kind of bizarre, I don't know, just bizarre but beautiful. Kill for Peace, and oh my god, what a record. Okay, Jeff Beck, one of the early Jeff Beck albums that I did not have yet. Really love Jeff Beck. I know my good buddy John Bollier and his big Bubba Louie love Jeff Beck as well. So, and I know you guys both have this album, but I finally have it. Yay! And only like $3 at the Record Connection, so not bad. In great shape. Some '80s. I've kind of been getting into the early '80s lately, and I saw this. It was in shrink. Is it in shrink? Yep, it's in shrink. It was cheap, and it's mine. Duran Duran and Rio. This is really a good record from them. I'd actually like to get the first couple, three. I'd love their first album too, Girls on Film and stuff like that. And you see them periodically at the Record Connection, not too expensive, so I'll pick them up, you know. And the last two, kind of metal-y-ish, I guess. Actually, this one I lost in that storage situation mold as well, and just was in the mood to hear it again. It brings me back to high school. It's certainly not something I play when the wifey's around, but that's okay. Dawkins and Tooth and Nail. Get a load of that hair. Ugh, definitely 80s metal kids, huh? But this album rips. I love this album. I saw them. I don't remember if it was for this tour or the tour that came after. They were opening for Sammy Hagar, '84. So I think it was the next album, maybe. This was '83, I believe. But great album, Tooth and Nail. One more. Found this mint original pressing for $3. Def Leppard. I'm not a huge Def Leppard fan. I like the first three albums, and then after Hysteria, if we could skip Hysteria and go on, they weren't bad. Great band live, have an immense amount of respect for the drummer, but Hysteria just really, oh. But this album, High and Dry, just is a great, again, back to high school days, great stuff. and in great shape. So need on through the night. That's the only one I really want to get from them now, in nice shape. So, okay, enough of that. That is my May 2015 vinyl finds. So if you watch both videos, you'll get everything that I've found over the last month or so. Okay. Again, thank you for watching my video. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. I point downward because I think that's where the button is, right? Do subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I do appreciate everybody who watches them. And as always, peace and love.